Hi guys, welcome back with me, Chow Chow 2025.
This
in
program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Persona 4 Ultima. Not Ultima, but Arena. Sasuke, Chie Satonaka, Yukiko Amagi, Hanji Tatsumi,
It's a wrong road.
Detective Girl,
Cold when
got her
the
name.
game wants. Body stronger. The farther on you go. Thought I knew you. But can't never say I knew me. That sorry shadow I could
Issei
turn
Kujikawa,
to be.
the
Sometimes I cannot, just can't understand where my head is at.
Sisters Girl,
What my heart is saying all throughout the struggle. Sometimes I feel I can't shake the habit. I just can't wake up. But I know in the end I'll be the chill. 'Cause the road will go on with me
I
always.
guess.
Make it now. Come from
Then Chris,
so
funny.
A better life.
Persona 4 Arena.
Yeah. This game is crazy cool, man. The story is great. But I'm not really good at fighting games. I'm going to focus on the story. I hope you could enjoy this too.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. Now then, why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, we're going to focus on you first. We have Yukiko. Yeah. Bunch of other characters. For now, we can only use this for. Yeah.
The persona ability is the power to control one's own heart, and the heart is strengthened through bonds. As you form bonds by becoming involved with others, your own social links will gradually develop. The power of these social links is what will determine your persona's abilities.
The full character profile. The young man who earned the keys that Rocky Nabara tuned for the holidays, only to find a new mystery. In the P-1 Grand Prix tournament with his katana and persona Izanagi, he can hold his own in all respect.
Lend me your
Wish you
strength.
good luck.
Blue. The floor, the ceiling, the furnishing, everything is blue. It's quite unlike what I normally see through my day. And yet, my heart is mysteriously calm. I recognize the slight rumbling as an engine and realize that I'm in a car. Or rather, someplace else I recognize.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
The old man with the bizarre's face sitting before me makes an expression that appears to be a smile. Sitting quietly next to the old man is a woman, as beautiful and delicate as an ice sculpture.
Ah, it seems we have a guest with an intriguing destiny. My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance.
Velvet Room. Igor. Even though I'm barely conscious, I remember that this is not the first time I heard those names. I see, this is a dream. This happened in the past. I've been in this room before. My memory is correct. What he say next is...
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are bound by a contract may enter. It may be that such a fate awaits you in the near future.
The word I expect to hear fall from the old man's mouth. I'm surprised that I still remember them. Another me, the one not in the dream, can help but smile at that.
Now then, why don't you introduce yourself?
I remember this too. When I said my name here, it forged a contract with them. So I answered. You, Narukami. When I open my eyes, the light is so blinding and I have to squint. For a moment, I can't figure out where I am, and I look around.
Right. I was on my way back.
I monitor my stuff and look out the window. The sky is somewhat cloudy, unfortunately, but the scenery is as peaceful as always. Seems that I fell asleep on the train headed to the countryside where I spent last year in Inaba. If I recall correctly, when I first came to that town, it was an afternoon just like this. Goes off in the same way back then, and I was summoned to the Velvet Room. That was when Eeyore said that a misfortune would befall me, and just as he foretold, I was dragged into an outrageous murder mystery. That was no ordinary case. Midnight Channel, Shadows, and Persona, the power of the heart. So things that could scarcely be believed. Scarcely be believed. But I meant memories that could never be replaced as well. We gained the power of the personas and we suffered together. Stood with my friends on the investigation team against this misfortune and fought alongside them. There's no way I could have overcome such ordeal without their help.
Wonder what everyone's been up to.
It sounds like Yosuke, man. After solving the mystery, it was decided I would leave Inaba around the same time my parents would be returning from overseas. It's been about 2 months since I last saw them all, as they were saying goodbye to me at the train station. I had decided to stay at the Dojima residence during Golden Week, so that I could spend the holidays with my friend. Of course, my uncle was happy to hear this, and his only daughter, Nanako, should be glad to see me too.
Oh, damn it! I still haven't picked up Yosuke's gift.
It was supposed to be something special after all. So we received a call from Teddy, one of my investigation team friend, this morning. The details of the conversation are a bit confusing.
Hello? Is this Sensei?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really sorry to bring this up, but I forgot to tell you something very important.
Very important.
I have a special request for the souvenirs I'm sure you'll be bringing your bear's friend.
Bear's friend. Eddie, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to tell people that you want them to bring you as souvenir. I already have souvenir for everyone. But, oh well. Sure enough, Teddy was only asking for some snacks that aren't sold in Naga. So, wasn't much trouble. But there was one problem.
Oh, and one more thing. Can I ask you to pick up something for Yosuke too?
I was planning on bringing something for everyone anyway, but go ahead.
Cool! Well, Yosuke's been down in the dumps after his mommy burned his favorite nurse. She was what I called scorching hot. Just kidding.
A nurse?
Come on, Sensei. You know what I'm talking about. His nurse magazine with the chest examinations and the bear behinds.
You know what kind of magazine is that?
I see. And you expect me to buy him a replacement?
Of course! silly? People coming to visit are supposed to bring presents.
Alright. Oh, I was planning to head back tomorrow, but since we're meeting up early, I decided to go back today. Can you pass that on to everyone?
Aha! Then the sexy nurses will be arriving even sooner. It'll be like, Sensei, we have an emergency patient. Yosuke will be so happy. Okay then, we'll be waiting for you.
I'm a little worried now. I hope he isn't telling everybody something that will give them the wrong idea. Well, I should just call again once I get there. But I'll ignore that for now.
Nurses, huh?
In the end, I wasn't able to pick one for him. How can I put it? So bad for Yosuke if I gave him that magazine and every time he opened it, his friend pass kept popping up in his head. And I have to think Yosuke has his right too. He doesn't need me buying him this stuff. Then again, this is Yosuke we're talking about. I'm sure he will understand if I explain my reasoning. Probably.
Now pulling into Yaso Inaba. This will be the last stop. Yaso Inaba.
Oh,
End of the line already? It looks like I've been asleep for a lot longer than I thought. Just as that thought come to me, I had a certain worry crossed my mind. If I had dreamed of the Velvet Room, did that mean I was going to be dragged into another adventure? No, I shouldn't think such thing. I'm overthinking it. Igor had said I'm delightful to make your acquaintance. After all, so it's nothing but a dream. It's quite misleading since I had a dream of being summoned into that room ever since. The train begins to slow, and I take that as my cue to gather my belongings from the luggage rack above me. The train begins. When the train comes to a complete stop and the doors open, even the smell of the wind evokes a sense of nostalgia. I think I'm getting a little too sentimental. I step out to the platform with a bright smile. Yeah, I'll place bookmark here, just a task. I'm standing in front of the train station, but this town is as quiet as it's always been. I realized that the sun had started to set and the orange sky engulfed the world.
now what should I do?
Today is May 2nd. According to the calendar, the latter half of the holidays will begin tomorrow. I told Dojima-san that I was going to arrive today, but it seemed he's been too busy with work to come get me. Ryotaro Dojima is my uncle. I stayed with him last year. He's a detective with the Inaba police and is raising his elementary school-aged daughter, Nanako, by himself. It seemed that he was suddenly contacted by a detective from the Metropolitan Police Department regarding last year's case and will have to work late. What happened last year was very serious, so that may be why this has come out. He shouldn't have worried about it. I recall how apologetic he sounded over the phone and can't help from smiling. I told him that I knew the way over from the station, but a backpack with necessities and souvenirs for everyone turned out to be quite a lot. Nanako must be waiting for me alone at the house, so I want to get there as soon as possible too. To be honest, I don't know when the bus will come. Maybe I should just call for a taxi? Just as I'm thinking this.
Huh? Nanako?
Big bro!
Nanako. It is Nanako. No way I mistake her.
You came to meet me all on your own?
Why did she come to me to the station all by herself? True, the Dojima residence is within walking distance, but it couldn't have been easy for her. And even though it's still light out right now, It will get dark soon, and the country roads are barely lit. What would she have done if I had been here? I'm about to voice my concern, but Nanako sounds slightly proud when she says,
Don't worry, Dad knows about it. He gave me money for the bus. He said he couldn't make it, so I came instead. Welcome back, big bro. I wanted to see you so much.
Welcome back with nostalgia sound.
Thanks. I'm happy to see you again too.
See, you must want to show me that she's grown up too. She is around the age after all. For a moment, I'm surprised that Dojima-san let her do this. But I can kind of imagine what kind of conversation took place. Nanako has always been a capable girl, but over the past year, her housekeeping skills have improved greatly, and she's proven herself to be very reliable. She takes the lead in many things within the house, and even Dojima-san can compete her sometimes. I can easily imagine that scene in my mind, and it's true that I'm glad someone came to welcome me. I take Nanako's hands and we begin walking side by side.
Well, no sense standing around here. What's in the fridge at home?
Lots. Dad and I bought a ton of stuff since you were coming to visit.
If Nanako says so, then here really must worth a lot. Dojima-san did say he'd pick up dinner for us, but if that's the case, maybe I should put together something to go with it. I asked Nanako that she wants to eat, and she looked back with a twinkle in her eye.
Are you gonna cook dinner? Ooh, I wanna help.
Nanako and I make small talk while we walk through Inaba for the first time in a little while. Being here like this makes me feel as if I've gone back in time to a year ago. When we get back to the Dojima home, I hurry and unpack my belongings before heading to the kitchen. Nanako helped me out as diligently as she had claimed earlier. The way she makes the eggs seems more skillful than before. You're such a good girl, Nanako.
Good evening. This is the Evening Journal with news for May 2nd. Our top story is on the domestic airline that was hijacked yesterday.
TV in the living room echoed through the house. The TV was on quite often in this house. When I first came to Inaba, Nanako was practically being reached by the television. There had been this odd sense of distance between us around that time. He hadn't started calling me big bro and we didn't cook together like we are now. The little things that bring back memories. Right when we were about done making dinner, Dojima-san arrived with some deluxe sushi. Nanako quickly gets up and rushes to the door. She seems so happy when Dojima-san come home. Dojima-san apologized for the sudden increase in his workload and then we still all sit at the table and begin eating. Being here like this makes me feel like the 2 months I was gone never happened at all. There's a warm atmosphere as if I've always been part of his family and I've lived here with them for my entire life. Thank both of them from deep in my heart, and after I give them the souvenir I broke for them, we enjoy chatting with each other as a family. Right.
Phew.
Another family room. This is the room that was prepared for me on the second floor of the Dojima residence. Nanako fell asleep from all the excitement after carrying her to her room. I told my uncle that I'd be going to bed early as well, since I have plans. All he said was, okay. I'm a little perplexed by this, but I have my suspicion. And as I opened the door to my old room, it seems I was right. The room is no different than I had been when I was living here. Exactly the same as if it was when I left Inaba. Closed the door with a feeling of wistfulness. As I sit down on my sofa, thinking about my uncle's thoughtfulness, I sighed from the exhaustion of the long journey. I'll be able to see my friends tomorrow. Considering that there are still several days left in this holiday, it may be nice to leave early tomorrow and go visit the shopping district.
It's raining.
The time is just before midnight. In mere moment, it will be a new day. Whenever it rains at night, I kept checking the time. While I spent the last year in Inaba, I was always checking for the midnight channel. It was a popular urban legend here in Inaba. It's a bad habit of mine, even when I'm not here. If you look at a turn off TV at midnight on a rainy night, you will see your soulmate. Discovering that this rumor was actually true was the first reason why I became involved in this murder investigation last year. But the person who actually appeared on the midnight channel isn't your soulmate. It's the next victim. After discovering this, we all nervously sat before our TV on rainy nights in order to solve the case.
That brings back some memories. Nothing will show anymore, though.
Well, nothing really appeared though. I suddenly have doubts. How would I think that? After we solved that case, we all confirmed that the midnight channel wasn't appearing anymore. The empty screen stayed silent. Why?
Just in case.
Not going to turn on. There's no way. The more I think about it, the more I feel my resolve fading. I peer into the TV screen as if something is drawing me into it. The only thing I see is my reflection in the dark glass of the CRT television. Or so I thought. Now.
Rivals. They are friends, yet powerful foes.
It's Kanji voice.
The desperate fighting program amongst high school students. A new legend is about to start.
May the manliest of all men come on down!
Nobody touches his precious Nanako. The sister complex KingPin of Steel, Narukami.
It's only natural.
Wage slave in the boonies by day, hero by night. Captain Resentiment, Yosuke Hanamura!
Everything that bores me has gotta go!
A spunky dragon with deadly legs! The carnivore who's discarded womanhood, Chie Satonaka!
You need to eat more meat!
Please escort me to the ring, my prince! The unconquerable Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi!
I'll finish you in one strike!
Blooming roses and bulging muzzles, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, Kanji Tatsumi! Deep in the realms of romance, the body of a child, the brain of a genius, the 2000 IQ KILLJOY detective, Naoto Shirogane!
Is this an army of idiots?
Naoto, yeah, Naoto Shirogane.
And survive towards the one throne waiting at the end! The P-1 Grand Prix where fierce fights will be fought! The battle begins tonight!
What kind of show is that?
What on earth?